Alright, I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do. I'm going to tell all of you racists how to target somebody and get away with it. Let's say you're part of BLM and you blame white people for everything. But you can't just go harming white people all willy-nilly. You get in trouble. Oh, but there's a loophole here. The homeless. It's not a hate crime to target the homeless. It's not. If you're a whitey hating BLM member, here's how you do it. You go and you find yourself a white homeless person who's by himself. You do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's gonna believe a hobo. Now, how about the KKK? How does the KKK, if they want to get away with harming black people, well, you can't just go harming black people. Somebody have an issue with it. The secret, let's say you hate Jewish people, right? You're with the KKK, you hate Jewish people or black people, right? Well, shit, that's easy. You go find yourself a homeless Jewish man or a homeless black man when he's by himself. You can do whatever the fuck you want to him. Nobody's gonna believe him. He's a hobo. Let's say you're a man-hating bull dyke. You hate men. But there's a lot of this men going their own way stuff going on. You might actually get in trouble. It's not like it was 10 years ago when just the fact that you were a lesbian gave you the right to do whatever the hell you want to anybody. No. Now you're held responsible. But let me tell you, as a member of the LGBT community myself, who is not considered a part of the LGBT community by many other LGBT communities because the LGBT community is not inclusive. Nearly every group within the LGBT group, or every subgroup within the LGBT subgroup, is pissed off at the trans community. There is also good reason for that. All of us have sacrificed so much to the trans community that we have created trans diva bullies. Yeah. So, if you're a man-hating bull dyke, you can't just take it out on a man. That'll get you in trouble. But here's how you do it. Obviously, you're a woman. Chances are pretty good that if you try to fight a man equal to your size, he is going to fuck you up on accident. Fighting with a man is different. We're used to fighting with men. Keep that in mind. So when you decide that you hate men, but you can't take it out on men, then you and one of your man-hating dyker buddies go down together and you find yourself a homeless man who's smaller than you are. And you're women. You could even spray him down with pepper spray before you beat him down. Each one of these groups has something built in already. BLM, they want to beat on a white guy. They just say, oh, he was screaming racist stuff at me and came at me. Boom! Problem solved. You get to hurt white people. Not that you didn't already know that. How about the lesbians? Oh, he targeted us because we're lesbian. We had to defend ourselves because we're lesbians. He's a mentally ill homeless person. He's crazy. He came after us. How about if you're with the KKK? Man, I don't know what was going on, dude. Fucking, we're going down the street, we're just visiting, trying to have a good time. And this guy comes out and starts yelling a bunch of crap at us and hey, whitey this and hey, whitey that. And we had to defend ourselves. Okay. And a lot of places, that's absolutely going to go well. You just got to remember to call your victim mentally ill while you're at it. Nobody's going to fucking listen to a homeless person. Let's say you're a woman hater. The girl that you wanted decided she wasn't interested and you're holding a grudge and you want to take it out on women. Now, obviously, you can't take it out on her because her new husband is twice your size and he'll break you in half on accident. But there's homeless women. You can always go out there and take that shit out on a homeless woman. Say, dude, fucking she's crazy. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She wanted to hang out for a little bit and then she started going fucking loopy and fucking I had to fight her off. And in most of those cases, women will fight you off. And most of those occasions, those homeless men will fight you off too. Homeless people are used to getting beat down by the public, by the police. We're not your bitches. How tough you are isn't dependent on how many people you beat up. It's your ability to take an ass whooping and still keep going. So each of your groups, you know exactly what to do. If you want to be racist, if you want to be sexist, if you're a Muslim and you want to hurt some Christians, if you're a Christian and you want to hurt some Muslims, if you're a dad and you want to hurt some kids, if you just want to hurt somebody that can't defend themselves, shit, you go after somebody who's elderly or someone who's disabled. And just like you in houses have your alcoholics, we got alcoholics out on the streets too. You hate alcoholics? Fine. The fact is that every American knows that they have the homeless people as a fallback. They know that all of the things that happen to them that people actually care about, people actually fight for each of these individual groups. Yeah, I've stepped in so the women didn't get beaten up. I've stepped in so homosexuals didn't get beaten up. I've stepped in so straight people don't get beaten up. I've stepped in so white people don't get beaten up and black people don't get beaten up and Asian people don't get beaten up. I've protected Christians. I've protected atheists. I've protected Muslims. I've protected Jews. I've protected Buddhists. Boulder, Colorado is a very multicultural area. I've protected both men and women. And guess what? I protected him from people just like you who will go and do that shit to the homeless. But you have the gall to complain when somebody does it back to you. Andrew Wolnez was fine with pretending I was a pedophile, but he didn't like being called a pedophile back. He was fine with calling me a druggie, but didn't like being called a druggie back. He was fine with physically assaulting me, and that's where the issue lies. I couldn't defend myself against him. Very specifically because of my disabilities, and very specifically because of the bias against the homeless. See, Andrew Wolnez knows something that many of you don't know. He can harm the homeless all he wants. Nobody in Tillamook is going to lift a goddamn finger to stop that son of a bitch. How about David Martinez and Lynn Lothman? Nobody's going to lift a finger to stop them some bitches either. Those are cops, by the way, Lynn Lothman and David Martinez. Timothy Sadler as well. What have the cops in this town done when I've been assaulted? Wanted to send me to mental health, who said it's not their job, and sent me around in circles. This has been going on since 2022, just here in Tillamook. Assault after assault after assault. Here's the thing about a homeless person. You don't even have to pick a homeless person that fits those criteria. If you hate heterosexuals, you can go out and find a homosexual homeless person and just pretend he's heterosexual. If you hate homeless people, if you hate homosexual people, but you can't find a homosexual homeless person, you can just pretend, can't you? Just like a black person can pretend you called him the N-word. Just like a woman can pretend that you tried to touch her naughties. Now, of course, we got cameras that are supposed to protect us, right? The cops will look at the cameras, won't they? It'd be nice if they would. But no, most police officers won't bother to try to find any camera evidence of it. They'll believe your story. They'll take you in, and that's the end of it. What I'm saying here is that I'm saying the mean stuff back to you guys that you say to us. But there's a big difference between you guys and us. I'm not looking away when black people are harmed, or white people are harmed, or men are harmed, or women are harmed, or sober people, or druggies. It's a crime no matter who you do it to. The difference between me and you guys is that you guys make excuses and I don't. And the things that you want to pretend are excuses, no, that's me throwing your words right back in your face. How about we change the term mentally ill to black? How good are your ideas for the mentally ill now? How about we change the word homeless to women? How do you like your suggestions now? You don't want equality. You want somebody to shit on, but you don't want anybody to shit on you. I've had to try to keep myself up by watching videos and making videos. And that's just because it's so close to the time that I'm supposed to have a meeting today. It's supposed to be at 11. I didn't get any sleep last night. There was some yelling. There was a little bit directed at me, but mostly it was people across the street yelling. Oh yeah, and that fucking rat. Oh my God, that thing's driving me nuts. I've got a rat trap for it, but I don't want to kill it, you know? Alright, maybe I shouldn't be telling you all about how I can't kill the little animals. The thing is, you guys do and say such horrible things to us because we can't defend ourselves. We're alone. I believe every American should be forced into homelessness for 2 weeks. If everybody's homeless, maybe they'll get a perspective. But nobody's going to try that. Nobody in a house is going to step in and do the right thing, which is to look at my evidence and help me turn it in. I get to hear so many people complain that instead of help, they got unsolicited advice. If someone comes to you for help, that doesn't mean they are soliciting advice. You get to hear a lot of people that, well, I should actually probably end this video. I know you guys want to pretend I'm a bad person for saying these things. I'm not saying them out of hatred for any one group of people. I'm saying it out of hatred for how so many individuals within each of these supposed groups I hate how they treat us. I hate how they treat the homeless. I hate how we're treated like an infestation of cockroaches. I hate that the people who victimize us, in most cases, are people who are victimized by somebody else. I hate that the stuff that I told you at the beginning of this video, well, I hate the fact that it comes from personal experience as a homeless person. You just go harm them, pretended they were mentally ill and on drugs and out to get you. Because of people doing that, I started stating my intention on the internet, on YouTube and Facebook. I was tired of going in to turn in crimes and being turned away or treated like an animal. or bullied. If you try to turn in bad cops to the bad cops you're told to turn it into, they'll bully you, raise their voice, arrest you, or even send you to a mental hospital and tell the mental hospital you're schizophrenic or delusional. I hope I don't fall asleep. Then again, if I don't, I'm probably going to be useless on the phone call I got to make. Meanwhile, I get all cramped up in the stomach just thinking about calling these places. Because more times than not, they're not going to do the right thing if it's a homeless person. Kind of like the situation here in Tillamook with them not helping me with any of the stuff that they were supposed to for housing. None of it. After Russell. The whole time that Shelly was supposed to be helping me, she did jack. Now Brandon's supposed to be the peer support worker at TFCC. So that's my hell in a nutshell.